women that actresses have to become producers. Is that a...
Well, I have a story, and you guys are going to be the first to hear it. About 15 months ago, Jessica Chastain, we're really good friends, and we had such a great time working on The Help. She wants to do comedies, and I want to break out of period pieces. So I love them. They've been kind to me. But I kind of want to play someone who resembles me in some fashion. So she contacted me, and she said, I want us to do a comedy. And I'm like, yeah. And, she had an idea, and she went off to work, I went off to work. She called me maybe 6 months later, which would have been last March. And we were talking about pay equity and with men and women. And she was like, it's time that women get paid the same as men. I'm like, yeah, Jessica, it's time. And, we were dropping F-bombs and, getting it all out there. And then I said, but here's the thing. Women of color on that spectrum, we make far less than white women. So if we're gonna have that conversation about pay equity, we gotta bring the women of color to the table. And I told her my story, and we talked numbers, and she was quiet, and she had no idea that that's what it was like for women of color. And so she said, and I'm probably gonna, I don't know if these are happy tears. Yes. I love that woman because she's walking the walk, and she's actually talking the talk. She said, Octavia, we're gonna get you paid on this film. I said, I would love to do your film, but here's the thing, I'm gonna have to get paid. And then she said, of course, and you and I are gonna be tied together. We're gonna be favored nations, and we're gonna make the same thing, and you're gonna make that amount. And fast forward to last week, we're making 5 times what we asked for. Yes. Jessica Chastain believes she is walking the walk.
That's great.
And we want to, now I want to go to what the men are making. I want to get there.
Yeah.
But right now, it feels really good just to be in that
Right. That's right.
conversation. So I'm emotional because I haven't had a chance to process it. And it's real. Every woman in here, every man in here, everyone has value. And women do have to produce because she's producing this. She came up with a story. She, went out with her production company. We went and pitched together, and we had a bidding war. And we're just sitting there sipping coffee. Like, oh my God, women are in demand leading films. Because on paper they're already making money because they're going to produce it for less than what it costs to produce, male vehicles. So let's start there, ladies. Let's start there. Yeah. Emotional.
One of the things that I really want to highlight in your story is that you stood up and had a vulnerable and difficult conversation with your friend. If we don't talk about it, if we don't say this is and be vulnerable enough and transparent enough, instead of pretending that we got it all together, honestly addressing where you are and being willing to share that opened the door. So
it opened the door, but the thing is, people say a lot of things, and when it came down to it, she was right there and shoulder to shoulder as a producer, as an actress, and I'm like, it's changed my whole perspective on this matter. Now I've always been an egalitarian. I don't understand what the problem is. When you raise your daughters and your sons, do you tell your daughter, honey, I only want you to do 3/4 worth of work because that's all they're gonna pay you for? You don't raise girls like that. So it's, this is important